How did Nissan, a company once at the forefront of the automotive industry, lose 90% of its profits? That's right. Nissan's operating profit plummeted from 336.7 billion yen to just 32.9 billion yen in a shocking turn of events. Once a global leader, Nissan is now battling to stay relevant as it faces stiff competition, both locally and internationally. The fall of a giant is never quiet, and Nissan's story is no exception. What went so wrong for this automotive legend? Where does it still stand strong, and where is it losing ground to emerging players like China's rising automotive giants? Today, we'll uncover the full story behind Nissan's profit crash, the markets where it's struggling, and whether it has a chance to bounce back. Let's dive in. To understand how far Nissan has fallen, we first need to look back at its legacy. Founded in 1933, Nissan quickly became one of Japan's most successful automakers. Over the decades, it expanded globally, delivering iconic models like the sporty GT-R, the family-friendly Altima, and the versatile Rogue. These vehicles helped Nissan establish itself as a household name in markets like the US, Europe, and Asia. At its peak, Nissan was known for its innovation. Remember the Nissan Leaf? One of the world's first mass-market electric vehicles? That was Nissan. This is a company that once challenged industry giants like Toyota and Honda. But as we'll see, success doesn't last forever. Now let's talk numbers. Nissan's operating profit dropped by a staggering 90% in just one fiscal year, from 336.7 billion yen to 32.9 billion yen. And it doesn't stop there. Their net income plummeted by 94%, signaling just how deep the crisis runs. Global vehicle sales tell a similar story. In 2022, Nissan sold over 3.2 million units worldwide. By 2023, that number improved slightly to 3.37 million, but it still falls short of its competitors like Toyota and Hyundai. Where are these losses coming from? Let's break it down. Despite the challenges, Nissan isn't completely out of the race. There are still markets where the company performs relatively well. Japan. In its home country, Nissan maintains a loyal customer base. Models like the Nissan Note and Serena continue to be popular among Japanese drivers. The company's hybrid technology has also gained traction here. United States. In the US, Nissan's SUVs like the Rogue and Pathfinder remain solid contenders in the highly competitive SUV market. The Altima continues to perform well in the sedan category. However, competition is fierce, and Nissan's market share has been shrinking. Southeast Asia. In countries like Thailand and the Philippines, models like the Nissan Terra are still widely favored, especially in the SUV and pickup truck segments. These markets remain crucial for Nissan's survival. These strongholds show that Nissan still has some fight left, but how long can it hold on? While Nissan holds its ground in some regions, the cracks are starting to show in others. China. Once a key market for Nissan, China has become one of its biggest challenges. Chinese automakers like BYD, Nio, and Geely have rapidly gained market share with advanced EV technology and lower-priced vehicles. Nissan's EV and hybrid lineup has failed to keep pace, leaving it vulnerable in the world's largest car market. Europe. In Europe, Nissan faces stiff competition from local automakers like Volkswagen and Renault. Stricter emissions regulations and the rapid shift to EVs have put additional pressure on the company. Nissan's once popular Qashqai and Juke models are losing ground to competitors with better electrification strategies. India. In India, Nissan's market share has dwindled to a fraction of what it once was. Competitors like Tata Motors and Hyundai have outpaced Nissan with more affordable and better-suited models for Indian roads. These losses highlight Nissan's struggle to adapt to shifting market demands and rising competition. One of Nissan's biggest threats comes from the rapidly rising Chinese automakers. Brands like BYD and Nio are not only dominating the Chinese market, but also making significant inroads into Europe and other regions. With advanced EV technology, competitive pricing, and aggressive expansion strategies, Chinese automakers are reshaping the global automotive landscape. In comparison, Nissan's EV offerings feel outdated. The Nissan Leaf, once a pioneer, is now struggling to compete with newer, more innovative models from China. This is a battle Nissan cannot afford to lose. So, what is Nissan doing to turn things around? The company has announced several drastic measures to address its challenges. They're cutting 9,000 jobs globally and reducing production capacity by 20% to streamline operations. CEO Makoto Uchida has taken a 50% pay cut to demonstrate accountability and reassure stakeholders. Nissan is also doubling down on electrification, with plans to launch a range of new EV and hybrid models in the coming years. The company is even exploring partnerships and potential mergers to stay competitive. But will these efforts be enough? Nissan is at a crossroads. While it still holds strong in key markets like Japan and the US, it's losing ground in critical regions like China and Europe. The rise of Chinese automakers only adds to the pressure. The next few years will be crucial for Nissan. Can it reinvent itself and reclaim its position as a global leader? Or will it continue to fade into the background? Only time will tell. Nissan's 90% profit crash is a wake-up call, not just for the company, but for the entire automotive industry. The rise of Chinese automakers and the rapid shift to EVs are changing the game faster than anyone expected. What do you think? Can Nissan make a comeback, or is this the beginning of the end? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon for more stories about the biggest names in the automotive and luxury world. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.